You're watching Oilers Nation Everyday with Tyler Yaremchuk. Your one-stop shop for all things Oilers.
Today is officially being dubbed a must-win, so we're bringing out the big guns. Let's get into it with the lead. Welcome in to Oilers Nation Every Day. We are live from the Sports Closet studio. From jerseys to hats to the legendary foam finger, you can find it all and more at the Sports Closet. Check them out online, sportscloset.ca. The show is a presentation of Bet365. Download the app today. Use the promo code NATION. Whatever the moment, it's never ordinary at Bet365. It is also a Sherwood Ford Giant Game Day brought to you by our friends right in the heart of Sherwood Park. Hockey fans helping hockey fans, and you know they're fired up for game day. You ready to go?
I don't know. Are you?
Liam, take us through everything you have going on to fix the vibes here tonight.
I'm wearing my Jasper Bears tee today because I want to.
That is a good vibe.
I just, the resiliency that community has shown in that minor hockey program and those kids, I feel like there's a lot we can feed off of and channel into tonight's game. So it's like, you know, have you ever seen the movies The Bad News Bears?
No.
You know, different stories, but it's about kids and their energy and how they focus it towards a successful outcome. And so I'm channeling that today.
Liam, there is a lot of messaging behind what you're doing today.
So this is the same outfit I wore for Game 7 against the Kings a few years ago.
Oh,
3 years ago.
Respect.
Remember when we all met on the concourse after the win with Captain Felton?
And my dad.
And your dad?
My dad was,
and my dad.
Your dad.
I was in the romper.
A lot of dads.
Oh, yeah, you went with your dad and Amber went with
you guys.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, so I'm wearing the same outfit, and I also bought 10 bananas because there's 5 of us in this room, and I know once you have one, you'll want a second.
Well,
so you all have enough for 2.
I'm definitely eating a banana on this show.
Yeah, go ahead.
We were playing a fun game of Price is Right where we were trying to get you to guess how much these 2 bundles of bananas
so there's
were.
6, and there's...
Oh, I bought 11.
There's 11
I'll have an
bananas.
extra. So, to give you some insight, there was 79 cents a pound.
79 cents a pound. Okay.
Yeah.
I have to go back to my Safeway days. So, my Safeway days.
That's why I got them from, Safeway.
I'll go back to my Safeway days when I was a courtesy clerk. So, I was bagging groceries or bringing in carts. And when you're 16, 17, and there's those stranded carts that didn't get put away that have a shiny quarter in there, you're super happy because that was your lunch money. And often my lunch would be a banana and a Kaiser bun.
Oh, that's a good
which is lunch for under $1.
Did you grow up in the Great Depression?
Because I had 4 shiny quarters. I was making $5.90 an hour. I was getting 6 hours a week.
It's not a lot.
And do the math. And I had to pay $9.50 a week for union fees.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Well, that feels like a ripoff.
I don't know what I was doing. No. So but the price of bananas then was like 39 cents a pound. Mm-hmm. So you could get a banana then for roughly 20 to 24 cents. So now we're going to just call that 48. 48 against 11, 480. I'm going to say $6.15.
Wow, way off. It was like $3.20.
Damn it! I wanted to go lower, but I'm like, it's going to be higher. I was gonna say because my math would suggest 480.
I think they were like $3.27 or something weird like that.
Must have been on sale, or they're 79 cents a pound.
79 cents a pound?
I should have brought up the scale. Well, anyways, there it is.
All right, well, are we cracking one?
May as well. Aaron?
Shotgun and a banana?
Reese, coming in hot. Don't drop it. They'll explode. We'll have a banana split.
You know, there's nothing worse than a bruised banana.
You want another one? I got plenty.
Oh, man.
Cheers. That is
honestly,
a tough one.
if I was literally asked by, so our parent company likes to feature people in their newsletter.
Full peel off, and now you're just holding.
Yeah, fuck.
Mazel tov.
Yeah, mazel tov. And they asked, like, if you're on a deserted island, what's the one thing, like, they give that you could eat every day to survive?
Bananas.
Peanut butter and banana toast.
It's a good show.
Peanut butter and banana is one of the most elite. It's the Leon and Connor. It is the Leon and Connor of, I don't know if you want to say breakfast or just food life.
Yeah. Good snack.
Yeah. Well,
Never cramp. Monkeys never cramp.
Monkeys never cramp. Munenori Kawasaki.
Shout out.
Go Jays.
2017 Jays.
All right, let's go to the YouTube chat, which is brought to you by our friends at Odd Company Brewing and the Nation Beer Everyday Lager. A banana and a Nation Beer would be a hell of a combo. You can go to one of their 2 locations in Edmonton, downtown, or Ritchie, or if you're looking to load up for the game tonight, go to liquorconnect.com, type in Odd Company Nation Beer, and find a liquor store near you. A crisp, clean lager crafted not just for big game days like today, but for any day. All right.
Everyone's asking why I did what I did and why am I holding it the way I am.
Yeah, you've thrown a lot of people off today, Jay.
The whole reason is I'm so used to making peanut butter and banana toast. I take it out and I slice it. So I'm always taking a banana to slice it. So you can't do it when you have the peel on. And normally I'm sharing my banana with Crawford. So I rip it out, half for her, half for me, slice it up.
Naeem is in and says either we're so back or it's all over tonight. That's what the playoffs are all about. Jacob is in, wanted to give him some love. He says he's going to his first playoff game with his girlfriend. Oh. Congrats. And then he says, catch me in the Mac Miller jersey, being the loudest fan in the place.
Mac Miller?
You have a Mac Miller Oilers jersey?
No, it'd be probably a Pittsburgh-themed jersey.
But he said Oilers jersey.
Okay, but now, no, he doesn't say Oilers jersey. So now I want to know, Jacob, what jersey are you wearing tonight?
Maybe a Pittsburgh-themed jersey. That's my guess.
Okay.
Take a picture.
Also, R.I.P. Shout out, Mac.
And send it to us.
Yeah, sure. We also have Mo, who says, I'm going to my first ever playoff game tonight with my girlfriend. Everyone in our chat's getting laid. Hell yeah.
Congrats on this.
I'm not giving up on this team. Be loud, be proud. Congrats,
Happy Friday,
everybody.
What happens to the relationship, though, if you don't win?
Well,
leave them.
Find a new girlfriend.
I mean, it's a must-win. So, like, you're clearly bringing them for good luck?
I don't know.
My girlfriend wouldn't be able to handle me.
Jacob goes, nope, it's a Mac Miller jersey. That didn't answer any of our questions. Who's on the front? What colors are they?
I've never been to a hockey game with my girlfriend and seen the Oilers win. So I would never do that to this team.
Fair. We got the Rally Bananas. You're wearing the same outfit you did in 2021 when the Oilers first beat the Kings in 7 games. You could argue that was the last time it was a must-win at Rogers Place between the Oilers and Kings as well. So tonight's going to be a big one, but I mean, this weekend is going to define the season. Either the Oilers dig deep and find a way to get a massive victory, or they need to. Can't think like that, though, one game at a time, or we're going to be sitting here on Monday having a mopey show. But that's not what today's about. Today's about the good vibes. It's the playoffs. Shit's unpredictable.
Yeah, I'm not here to be critical of anyone right now. I am drinking the Kool-Aid. I am dishing out the Kool-Aid. I have a Kool-Aid stand. It costs $3.99. Come, and I will give it to you. Along with a fully peeled banana.
Sorry, I was finishing up chewing. Mulick says, I'm wearing my 06 Smith. Last time an Oilers team came back from a 2-0 deficit. I feel like this Jacob guy might just be trolling us now because he's not. He won't actually tell us what the jersey is now.
I respect that. That's a good shtick.
He says he sent a photo to the Instagram, so maybe I'll go find this. Avi says, I believe in 97 and 29. I don't know about the other boys, though. We're going to get into a full lineup report and all that, but the one big story to hit right off the jump is it's Cal's net. Big pick energy tonight at Rogers Place. Edmonton benching Stuart Skinner in favor of the veteran Cal Pickard, just like they had to do last year against Vancouver when they were trailing 2-1 in that series. But Pickard will get the Game 3 start. Is that the right call?
I think it's so hard to say.
Why?
Because I don't think the goaltending has been the only problem. I think if you were looking at this game and the goals were just fumbled in the net, then I'd be 100%. But I just think so much needs to get cleaned up in front of Skinner or Pickard, whoever it may be. That that is the issue I'm having, and the parents are interesting today, to say the least. But Pickard, to his credit, when Skinner went out after the concussion, he did really well, and he won the Oilers a couple of games. Obviously, he was there when they beat Vegas, so he's proven to us very recently that he's capable of stepping in when they need him the most and performing.
It's the right move because it hopefully changes the play in front of him.
Yeah, hopefully.
That is the thesis here.
Yeah.
We play different in front of Cal Pickard. And we need to play different because clearly what we're doing isn't working. You can't solely pin it on Skinner. He's definitely one of the issues. Something wrong with me? Oh, no. He's definitely one of the issues.
Skinner.
Okay. But in this situation, you can't replace your defensive core. So the only lever you have to pull is the goalie. So hopefully Cal's our pal and he can, stand sturdy in the net. And hopefully he has a better team playing in front of him than Skinner had. And that's the theory.
Yeah, I think it's the only option.
Yeah, everyone's just got to be better, and hopefully that signal of putting Cal in is heard and received and responded.
I'm not surprised this happened at all.
No, I think this was the most likely outcome was Pickard getting game 3 after the way that last one ended.
You've got to do it. You have to do it. You have to do it.
Yep. You need the spark. You absolutely can't sit there and risk Stu not having his best for another game or whatever. So, yeah, it totally makes sense that the Oilers are going with Pickard. Mulick says, I wouldn't blame Skinner, but he also isn't helping. To be fair, nobody is helping the case other than third period McDavid. And, yeah
I would
totally.
Agree.
It's kind of just been Connor McDavid, a bit of Leon Draisaitl here and there, and then a whole lot of nothing else from this Oilers team. People wondering what's the lineup. We'll get to that in just a second. We also have some game notes, including some from our friends out at Sherwood for the Giant.
Hey, it's Johnny at Sherwood 4. Just wanted to let you know that during last year's playoffs, Oilers went 8-4 on home ice.
The last time the Oilers came back from an 0-2 deficit was in 2006 against the Sharks.
Giant Mike here. The LA Kings are 33-11 on home ice this year, but only 17-12 on the road. Cup year! Go Oilers!
Love it from Giant Mike coming in at the end. Last time the Oilers came back from down 0-2 was against the Sharks in 06. What do you remember about that series? Do you remember how you felt after game 2?
Oh, yeah. You're like, okay, like, this is like the normal Oilers where first,
Miracle run in the first round.
Miracle run in the first round, and we're done. Here's the reality. But no, I remember being downtrodden, and I remember the triple overtime Horkoff goal.
Was that in game 3?
I don't know if it was game 3. It
three.
might have been
game
actually
5.
Was it 5?
Was it home or not?
I don't know, but it's in terms of what I remember that series. I remember that vividly, and I remember being very down.
Yeah,
it was. I feel like it was a must win.
The triple OT game was game 3. Yeah. Edmonton lost 2-1 in game 1, 2-1 in game 2, and then got a 3-2 overtime winner from Sean Horkoff. They pumped 58 shots at Vesatoskala in that game, which is crazy. They were also down late in that game, and Rafi Torres scored with 6:47 remaining to tie it up at 2. Edmonton went on to win game 4 by a score of 6-3, took care of business on home ice, stunned the Sharks in game 5 with a 6-3 victory, and then finished it off. Dwayne Rolson, 24-save shutout in game number 6. So Oilers obviously looking to do the same thing here to this LA Kings team.
It's doable.
It is. And the biggest thing I will continue to hold on to is that the LA Kings are bad on the road.
17, 19, and 5.
Yeah, 17 and 24 straight up if you're just going wins and losses.
I would love to know the psychology of that. Like, you got to give the Kings their flowers, man. Yep. They just... They're
playing the right way.
They are a force.
I'll disagree with that.
Okay.
I think they've looked great and they've taken advantage of their opportunities, but I also think they're playing a style that is dependent on the Oilers messing up. How many of these goals do you just sit there and be like, there's 3 mistakes from the Oilers and the puck's in the back of the net?
They forced the mistake, though.
I don't know how often they really are.
I mean, they're putting pressure on guys and they're making dumb choices. Like, that is, I think their forecheck is awesome.
The Arvidsson giveaway the other day was not pressured. That was just boneheaded.
It was pressured after the mistake. So he whiffed, and then they collapsed on him, and it was just a calamity.
Well, that's what I mean. Like, I'm viewing those first 2 games more. If there's some sort of a meter where it's like the Kings are dominant, the Oilers are playing bad, I think the meter leans way more to the Oilers are playing bad than the Kings are dominant. I think if Edmonton can get out to a lead in a game, we're going to see a totally different LA Kings team. That's all.
It's special teams.
And that too, yeah.
We can kill a penalty because it feels like the Kings' power play is 100%. It just feels that way. I know it's not. And can we score in the power play?
Yeah.
There you go. Look at that. Pretty damning. That's a PDO, right? PDO, and you have the 2? No, that's wrong.
Nope. That's shooting percentage, save percentage. Okay. This is just special teams.
Yeah. 150%.
The 50%.
I feel like that was flipped last season.
They were, because LA didn't score a power play goal in the whole series.
The thing that I find interesting about a team having a good home record and a team having a bad road record, or bad-ish, to me that would come down to coaching a little bit. In the sense of like your line matchups and all that stuff. Like you have the advantage of being at home, but then maybe you're able to be outsmarted more on the road. You know what I mean? Like I think that would be the layer for me that would change things. Because you can still have everything else is basically the same.
Yeah.
That's the only legit change. No? Is there something else that would be distinctively
I do
different?
think it's a bit of line matching. And again, another reason we talked about this with Steve Peters the other day as well, who was just an awesome guest. If you didn't listen to that segment yesterday, go back and do it because he was so good. But he kind of said if the Edmonton can just force this series a little later, it's going to start going in their favor. LA's playing 9 forwards and basically 4.5 defensemen right now. I think part of the issue is that on home ice, they know how to roll those 3 lines. On the road, I think Edmonton might be able to expose some decent matchup flaws here.
Yeah, I would agree. Honestly, John Klingberg, if he can have a good game tonight, he can really flip this series.
He was fine.
He was their best defenseman.
He was one of the silver linings of that game.
Struggled early, but then found his feet.
The fact he got to, what did he get, like 18 minutes?
He played
just
18 minutes.
That's
Josh Brown
showed his
played under
poise.
5.
yeah, like you can spread that out a little bit more now. Like not everyone has to play 20 plus minutes. Like maybe that's a blessing as well, because clearly I think it's obvious that Wallman isn't 100%. I would say it feels like a lot of those guys aren't 100%.
Back for seconds.
Well, Liam's on banana too.
Yeah,
Are you really?
cruising
You
along?
guys, that's crazy.
It's just like
I think if you have bananas for lunch, 2 bananas a day keep what away? Keep the Kings away?
sure.
Cramps.
Scurvy.
Liam,
packets.
you had a game note. I know you're mid-bite of banana.
Here, everyone.
But you had a game note from our guy, Jason Greger, who was chatting with goaltending expert Kevin Woodley the other day. And I'm going to pull it up here really, really quick. So Woodley said, it's important to note that Skinner's expected save percentage is .872 and Kemper's is at .902. It means a league average goalie would have an .872 save percentage playing in Edmonton and a .902 in LA. So Kemper is worse than his expected average. Skinner obviously way worse than his expected, but Woodley added, Edmonton won't win much if they continue to gift so many quality chances. So I think there's kind of a couple of ways you can take this quote. One, like a good goalie in the NHL would not be at a 900 with the Edmonton Oilers playing the way they currently are, which tells you that this is not all about goaltending. There are other issues. I don't think anyone's going to argue that, but this being some
You
sort
don't
of
know that.
But this being some sort of a defense of Stuart Skinner also isn't that good, because like he was at an 810, and you could argue sitting here, if Edmonton got an 872 instead of an 810 and got average goaltending, they'd be up 2-0 in this series right now.
I want to flip it another way.
Okay.
Darcy Kemper's is probably higher than it should be as well. A 902. That, to me, that shows the Oilers aren't doing enough to put him under pressure.
I agree with that.
I think especially in game 2. Game 1, obviously, towards the end, they started to rally a little bit and they got chances. But in game 2, my goodness, they were not able to create anything. They could not get to the middle of the ice.
Why aren't we making, like, to Doobie's point, why are we not in this guy's face? We have, like, after losing that game, we should have been in game 2 so mad and just gotten full rat mode.
I agree. And like the Arvidsson goal was a great example of it. Like just go to the net and let chaos happen. And a puck hits him somewhere. I still don't know where it hit him.
I think it his stick.
Did it go off his stick?
Yeah.
But it doesn't matter. It hit him and it went in.
Hit him and it went
That's the
in.
point.
Like, why they're not way more in Kemper's kitchen, I agree. That is absolutely ridiculous. And it's something they need to be better at. So, again, during last year's playoffs, Oilers went 8-4 on home ice. The Kings, not a good road team. There are plenty of reasons, I think, to still be optimistic. And you're never out of a series until you lose at home.
We still have Connor McDavid. We still have Leon Draisaitl. And now we have John Klingberg.
And John Klingberg will guide us. I will stand by my comments from yesterday. 3 of the next 4 games are at Rogers Place. Take care of your home business. You have to win 1 game on the road.
Yep.
They can do it.
Oh, yeah. Like, it's the series is so far from over.
Yeah.
Provided
You win tonight.
But also so
just
close.
provided we show up. Like we did like that effort in the first period in terms of just effort was there, but we still weren't playing playoff hockey.
Game 2?
Game 2. Like
I agree.
Shot out of a cannon and made the Kings' life difficult, and shocker, power play they scored. Like that really hurt us. But we also didn't really create a lot either. Mm-hmm. But we were pushing the pace. We were kind of not giving them much time to breathe, like the things that you need to do, and then that just turned off.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So like as long as we're willing to keep up that pace and start, we like to make 9 passes before most of our goals in the regular season, like get back to basics, start throwing shit on net. We've got big bodies out there, a lot of booties to get shoot pucks off.
Yeah,
of.
right off the bum. That's what it takes.
Let the worm be the worm. Let Hyman, do his work in the blue paint. Like we just got to get gross and nasty. And sure, let 97 and 29 do something that's game breaking and this and that, but it can't always be that.
I think the ironic part about it all is when you look, what if they got 7 goals? McDavid would have been the only one that wasn't kind of like a tip or like a pass across the net or something like that, right? So, but I would say that's also the only opportunities that the Oilers have had to do that, besides maybe the Hyman one in Game 2 on the power play.
Yeah.
So when they get in there, it's going in. They're just not getting there.
Agreed. And Knoblauch, someone in the chat pointed it out that Knoblauch had talked about that. Like lots of zone time, not a lot of quality looks. Need to be better in that regard. Our game notes are also brought to you by Litco Law. Do you think you might need a personal injury lawyer, but you're not sure and you don't know where to start? Litco Law has been helping Edmontonians for over 50 years. They pride themselves on being lawyers you'll love. How do they do that? They're friendly. They're approachable. They actually care, and you can always get a hold of them when you need them. Don't take my word for it. Go to Litco Law and find out for yourself. Every consult is free. So what do you have to lose? Go to litcolaw.com.
A few super chats if you want to.
Couple of super chats.
I think we
One,
have like 6.
we got a $5 super chat that was basically like Bouchard sucks. So good use of your $5 there.
Thanks, man.
But
Thank you.
you had to say it.
Yeah.
Yeah, got
Hockey Jockey dropped in. LA runs, little pick plays all over the ice. Sure. Cup year, $13.99. We need the Oilers girl. Okay. Tammy, $5. This shit is bananas. Love for Ben. And Northside Norm dropped in $5 and said, Cup year will never die.
So the comment on the Oilers girl, we need the new organic moment, the new viral moment, whatever that is.
Kings have their little harmonicas.
The
That's cute.
harmonicas are real.
Mac
And
Miller jersey.
When a team has that, it gives a momentum that is, superficial, right?
It's not nothing.
That's like celestial, if you will, or spiritual. We need to find that moment. I don't know what it is, but you can't force it. But man, if someone sees it, you get it out there for us because we need something to get behind right now.
Yeah. The Mac Miller guy said he sent a
Yeah,
DM
it was there, then it disappeared.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I don't know what happened.
Damn, I didn't see it.
Sorry, Mac.
Yeah, I really wanted to see it. Maybe he DM'd me.
It was
No.
a nudie.
Ooh, maybe he was poo bearing it.
Maybe it was our viral moment that we needed. There's got to be something.
Yeah.
Come on, universe. Give us that sign.
Well, let me give you this. I'm not sure if you saw it, Jay, but it's going to be my one big take for our friends at Service Credit Union. The Service Big Share Contest is back. It's your chance to win $1 million just by saving money. Contest ends April 30th. Skill test required. For full rules, go to service.ca/win. All you need to do is save money. Every $500 you save gets you 5 entries into the Service Big Share Contest. Jay, did you see that they got rid of the pom-poms?
Oh, we're not getting pom-poms on the seats.
Orange towels will be what will greet fans in their seats. I'm against this. The pom-poms were our identity.
Yeah,
The towel, everyone does towels. I liked that we had something different. The pom-poms had a vibe to them, a little noise too, the little shh, shh, shh. I liked the
I love
pom-poms.
the pom-poms. I don't know. Let's see how we do tonight.
maybe
I also
this is all
think
we need.
Other teams will do towels and do them well when they put like a saying on them or something. These towels literally just say Oilers Kings Game 3.
That's all the Stars one said last year.
Yeah, you're right. But I like the Senators had like a cool slogan on theirs. Other teams will do like game specific sort of stuff. Like
Hashtag
Vegas.
oil up. You can take it if you want.
Florida did that. They did game specific like slogans and stuff. No Clue says towels are woke. All right.
Whoa.
Bring back the long
no
foam
clue.
noodle from Camden Pizzeria. I like the pom-poms were easy to wave too.
Yeah, sometimes you gotta get the rhythm of them.
I'm not inclined to wave a towel. It's a little clunky for me.
Someone's getting hit in the back of the head with that towel and getting upset tonight.
Probably.
That's gonna happen. Cowbell, that would have been a good one.
That would have been insane.
That would have.
Can you imagine if everyone had that? My ears would hurt out of a
Everyone gets
headache.
a kazoo.
That would be a statement.
There they are.
Let's go Oilers. Round 1, Game 3.
I'm out. My big take is that I'm out on them.
I mean, there's nothing inspiring about them.
That's what I mean.
It's yeah.
I will say, and Jay, I'm curious your thoughts on this. I'm a little bit worried about the mojo of the city right now, in the sense of
Yeah.
You don't see a lot of car flags.
not a lot of car flags. I'm not seeing a lot of jerseys around when I'm walking. Like
Yep.
I remember last year in the playoffs, I'd walk around my neighborhood and everyone had their blue and orange lights on. not seeing.
But that's deeper into
You
the
think so? Is it a little
yeah.
deeper?
Well, like car flags, we should be seeing more of right now. This morning I played hockey. Shout out Argyle Arena, best showers in the city.
No free ads.
There was a minor hockey game after us,
That's Argyle?
and
On a Friday
at 6:30 in the morning. Or sorry, I played at 6:30. I guess it's 7:30 in the morning.
Wow.
A lot of people wearing Oilers jerseys.
Okay.
So that was good. I was at Little Brick today, and some boys in blue, or whatever you want to call the police.
The police.
The police, 3 of them showed up, like detectives. One was in a white shirt, one was in a suit. The white shirt guy, who obviously
undercover.
I feel like that's like upper brass, came up to me. He's like, "Hey, think we're gonna win tonight?" So he's talking, he's buzzing. This other elderly gentleman, very nice guy, came up to me. "Hey, you're with Oilersnation. What do you think? We got a chance tonight?" So people are talking.
How old do you think he was? I'm on a hunt to figure out who our oldest viewer is.
Oh, probably in his. Well, I don't want to say it.
My 85-year-old
No,
grandfather.
younger than that.
Family doesn't count.
Yeah.
Between 55 and 65.
Sorry, Grandpa. Okay.
So that's why elderly is probably an aggressive term, and that's why I felt bad. But there is a buzz around tonight.
Yeah.
Maybe because it's back in Edmonton now. Maybe because last couple of years, if Game 1 has been here, so maybe that's kind of changed the vibes in it a little bit.
I'm with you though. Like, it's been weird. Even my personal vibes going into this, I've felt different.
Yeah.
And I don't know why that is. Is it because we went so deep last year? Clearly, the Oilers are feeling it. So I'm hoping tonight is that catalyst. The city needs a big piss up. We haven't had a chance.
Yeah.
So tonight we party. The whole city's partying.
Yeah, for a Friday night home, like
Downtown is going to be
Game
litty.
1 Monday, Game 2 Wednesday. This is where it gets going.
Yeah, like this is like the energy in the building is going to be high because there's only one thing we can do, and that is give these guys our best so they can give us their best. We have to show up, and I think it's like if you go up and start walking around downtown right now, you'll start feeling it.
Yeah. Party
And
on Fifth Ave.
it just keeps percolating.
Yeah.
Come to Greta tonight.
Robin said the oldest fan is Liam at 29.
I feel like.
Did you have a good birthday yesterday?
Oh, happy
did.
birthday, buddy.
Thank you. It was nice. I got a
Yesterday.
bike. Remember we were talking about it the other
Oh,
day?
good, with a proper chain.
Yeah, new bike, new chain. Got to stand up as I was going up a hill yesterday. That was sick.
What a foreign concept.
Yeah, birthday was good. My fiance made me cheesecake.
Homemade cheesecake?
Yeah.
You lucky son of a
Mini
gun.
egg cheesecake. It was unreal.
Oh, mini egg.
It was so good.
Oh,
You
man.
love mini eggs too.
They're, aren't they everyone's kryptonite?
They're the best.
All
They're the
right.
best. I think it's good that they only come out once a year.
Yeah, but you know what? They've extended the period of time they come out. Like
Yeah.
it used to be only around Easter. It was like a month. And you're like, holy shit, I got to load up on mini
Look at
eggs.
my mini eggs.
Now they come out in like November.
Aaron, you'll let us know when JD's here? Yep. All right.
Curious his thoughts on the mini eggs.
Yeah, we could ask him about mini eggs, towels or pom-poms, things of that nature.
Gaz said he's almost 57. Mr. Kate
Yeah.
said I'm 60.
Yeah, so don't whatever. You're not elderly.
Yeah, no, not there yet.
I'm
to
elderly,
Jay, you
actually.
are.
I am. Look at all the gray in my beard.
It's telling me.
It's tough. All right, let's
times
get out to the
undefeated.
Star Mechanical Guest Line, Edmonton's #1 plumbing and heating company. You can find out more by visiting them online at starmechanical.ca. They can do it all for you, whether it's residential, commercial, heating, cooling, 24/7 emergency service. The list of services goes on and on and on. One of Edmonton's largest locally owned companies is Star Mechanical. Maynard earlier in the show said, get ready because Demers is going to come on and be a wet blanket for all your guys' excitement. Say it ain't so, JD. Oh, no. Oh, no.
Come on, man.
My guys, what's going on? How we feeling?
Are you meditating there?
Manifesting?
I don't know what to think after seeing the lines today, but I think I'm optimistic because, as all the super top analysts say, and everybody that's in hockey, it's not a series until you lose at home. And I texted Tyler that today and said, listen, they got a shot. It's all about holding home ice advantage and holding home serve and home court. And, we had Chris Pronger on NHL Players Only yesterday, and he kind of said it. He's like, listen, Kings did their job. Now Edmonton has to do their job, and hopefully steal one in Game 5. And that's the way they got to do it. But it starts with Game 3 and game by game right now. So these guys got to pull this shit out of the fire right now, because it's a lot of fire.
Exactly.
Yeah, a lot of fire. We're burning up.
Well, that's like, you can't think about Game 5 or Game 4. Like, it's about winning tonight and saving your season tonight. So when you look at the last 2 games and then what the Oilers need to fix, what's at the top of your list? What's the number one thing that needs to be better if they're going to beat the LA Kings?
What do you think? Fucking penalty kill.
Oh,
Judas Priest, fix that penalty kill. You can't. What was the number one thing for them last year on their playoff run?
penalty. They've already given up more goals on the PK this year.
They had a historic penalty kill during last season's run in the playoffs, and that's large in part what got them to there. Hey, listen, there's parts Connor, there's parts Leon, there's was depth scoring, but their penalty kill and their prowess at special teams is what got them there. Now, their power play hasn't been good, I don't think, by any stretch of the imagination, but their penalty kill has cost them games and cost them momentum, and that is the number one thing they have to fix. I don't know what changes they made, but it does not seem like they're in sync. They're allowing way too much at the net, at the goal line. There's too much laying down. I don't know if that's something Koff is kind of taught guys and whoever's running the penalty kill, and I think Mark Stewart as well has a hand in that. But I just think there's way too much leaving their feet. There's not enough actual structural changes. There's too many seam passes going through. There's just a lot. They're not being aggressive at the line. I just don't know. It just seems like it's a little discombobulated, and it's crazy because the thing that they were so good at the past 3 seasons against the Kings has just kind of left them. And the Kings power play looks, unbeatable right now, but I think it's a lot more to do with the lack of willingness to compete hard enough on the penalty kill, along with structural stuff that I think there's a lot of breakdowns. And again, at the end of the day, your best penalty killer has to be your goaltender, and that has not been the case in the moments. They have left them out to dry at times, but again, we can't make excuses. 6 goals back-to-back games, and that power play is feasting. Something needs to change. You look at the other series in the league. Look at Ottawa-Toronto. Ottawa could easily be up 2-1, but their penalty kill has been god-awful, and that can cost you. As much as a power play can win you a series, a penalty kill can cost you a series.
What do you make of the? Yeah, we do suck at both. What do you make of the decision to go with Pickard tonight instead of Skinner?
Contract negotiations are going to be very exciting for Stuart Skinner. I mean, I feel like somebody that and listen, I love Stu and haven't seen him and hung out with him for the small cup of coffee. Great human being, great guy, great competitor. But if you're kind of the number one guy and teams, Edmonton, by all accounts, want him to be the number one guy, and this is what's happening in back-to-back playoffs. Nothing against Picks. I love Picks. I played with him. He's a great goaltender. But to have that kind of weighing over you and weighing over the team, that when things go wrong, it's kind of like, can you count on your goaltending back there? That's a scary thing. And listen, I think they need a spark. This might do it. But this is kind of one of those all or nothing, because they lose this, I mean, the series is over. And I don't think I can see them. Listen, they have the ability. They're 1 goal away from doing a reverse sweep last year, but I just can't see that being the case again against this Kings team and how much this Oilers team went through last year, went through this off the season, went through this season. So this is an all or nothing. Like, your season is on the line tonight. And when your season is on the line, you expect to go with your number one, and you're going with Calvin Pickard. So for me, a very glaring and telling signs of what this organization and where Stuart Skinner are in terms of, where they view each other and themselves. So, it's a little concerning, but again, Calvin did it last year. He came in and against Vancouver and really provided a little bit of rest for Stu, and then Stu came back and was lights out. So I think, is that possibility of happening again? Sure. But, I think I think LA this year is better than Vancouver last year. So this is a very different, and I think there's a lot more going wrong not at the goaltending position, but overall structurally for this team, that's more of an issue than it was last year. Not to be, negative Nancy. I just think they have it in there somewhere. I just think they haven't been able to find it. And I kind of talked about it on the network. They just look frustrated since game one. They look like their emotions aren't in check. And it looks like LA is just kind of very calm, cool, collected, almost laughing and really taking a very calm approach that I think is really thrown, Edmonton Oilers for a loop. And you heard Knoblauch talk a bit about it last game of like, they're just, and he kind of said it where we're making the big mistakes, but they're playing a game that's kind of inviting Edmonton to kind of shoot themselves in the foot. And that's what they're doing. And then they're getting frustrated and they're banging their head against the wall. So I feel like that needs to, number one, needs to be the calming factor. And I don't know if, putting away who you consider your number one goalie into the, bleachers is kind of the best thing to do. But again, they're kind of taking a Hail Mary, I think, and hoping this sparks the team.
So I'm drinking the Kool-Aid today because I don't have a choice. And digitally, I'm going to pass you a glass of Kool-Aid. Take a sip with me and tell us why you think the Oilers can win tonight. Thank you. Delicious.
No, for anything I said, don't take it as I think the Oilers are losing. I think if I'm a betting guy, I'm probably saying game 3 is the Edmonton Oilers to win. I think, the crowd's going to lift them up. And again, like I said at the start, home ice is LA did their job. Now, we could see a completely different team come out in the Edmonton Oilers tonight and absolutely just piss pump the Kings. And I think there's a good chance at that. But I think for those reasons, if they let these other things slip, it's not going to be the case. So, for me, I think the reason they can win is they still have the two most talented players in the league, and Connor McDavid and Leon Draisaitl, and those guys are competing and playing their asses off. I think you're going to see Kaner's in, right? Again, last time I checked, Kaner's in.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
You're going to see Kaner have another game under his belt. You're going to see hopefully some secondary scoring come in. I think the bottom lines have been battling. Again, it's just when there's a mistake, it's in the back of their net. So if they can limit that and play just calm hockey, but kind of that like controlled aggression, I think they can outskill the LA Kings. And if I'm in that locker room, I'm like, hey, motherfuckers, stay out of the goddamn penalty box tonight. Do not want to deal with that power play. And if they do that and they stay disciplined, I think 5-on-5 they can take them, because you take away those power play goals, it's a different series. So that's just going to be, for me, that was the start of the show with you guys. That's the biggest issue is the PK. You got to be disciplined, not only staying out of the box, but disciplined in your game and on the defensive side of the puck. So they can do that. They can win for sure.
Not to expose you on an Oilers show, but you did have the LA Kings winning this series, I saw in your predictions. But where I want to go with this is, like I had the meter analogy earlier, where on one side of the meter, it's like the Kings are the better team through 2 games. On the other side, it's the Oilers have gift wrapped them these 2 games. Like, I think that meter leans more to the Oilers gift wrapping them these games. And I still believe that if Edmonton can bring their A level, if both teams are at their A levels, I still think Edmonton wins this series. Do you agree with me on that? Do you think that if both teams are at their best, Edmonton can win this series, or are they truly the inferior team?
It's a loaded question. Tough one, because you look at this Kings team and how they've kind of all peaked at the same time, and I look at the D-core right now, and missing Matthias Ekholm is a chasm on the back end. It just slots everybody in the right position. And again, you look at, there's teams that have been able to overcome it in this playoffs. You look at Dallas with Miro Heiskanen, but Ekholm is so integral to this team's success. He's so big at all facets of the game, and also the calming factor. I go back to their emotions are out of control. Ekholm keeps everything calm on the back end. He helps Buch defensively. Buch is still getting points. He's still producing. But the defensive side of the puck is where Ekholm helps. Nursey goes down to the second pairing, and he's very good on that second pairing. He's had a great season. You just see people not in the right position. So that's kind of why initially I took the Kings in 7 for the sole reason that I kind of had it a coin flip with Ekholm being out. And I'm still I still have it at that. If Ekholm's in, I'm taking the Oilers. But Ekholm's out. That's why I have the Kings in 7. Now, you can skewer me, you can roast me, but that was my reasoning. And they're not helping themselves either because they've allowed their emotions to get the best of them. And, penalty kill, which is also Ekholm's bread and butter, is suffering big time. So if they can overcome those things and get to their A game, they're going to need to get to an A+ game without Ekholm. And they have a chance. And I do think they have a chance to win. Like I said, I think they win tonight. I've been wrong before and wrong a ton in this first round of the playoffs with all my picks. God, I'm getting absolutely roasted. But I think if they're going to win game 3, but it's going to depend a lot on what's in that locker room. And definitively, I think if they are, like you said, if they're both playing their A game without Matthias Ekholm, I don't think they can win. And I don't have it at level. There we go. Now it's level. Mm-hmm. But if they're A+, they can win, and they need an A+ game tonight. They need guys that have not had an A+ game have an A++ game to make up for missing Matthias Ekholm, because I think he's that big of a piece.
I think an interesting layer in this series is how good LA is at home and how good they are on the road.
How poor they are on the road.
How poor they are on the road. Sorry. Why would that happen? Like, what is so different for them?
I mean, like as an athlete, like playing at home is always better. A lot of guys, home is where the heart is. Your family's there. You have your restaurants. The food's better. You sleep in your own bed. Travel might be a little bit easier. There's not as many variables as when you go on the road. Now, playoffs is a little different. That's where I say be careful with looking at home and road records, because it's a little bit different in playoff time, because you get there a couple days early. The team spare no expense with putting you in the hotel. You have your own the team has their own room, which is like basically a floor of the hotel. And there's just whatever you want. So there's a little bit more comfort than there is in the season. Not to say that there isn't comfort. You're playing the NHL, staying at the Ritz-Carlton, for Christ's sake. So it's always nice, but there's an extra level come playoff time. So I wouldn't lean into that too much. And I think Kings down the stretch got a little bit better on the road. They started playing some better hockey. But again, I think Edmonton's great at home. That building is so awesome. It was home to one of the best hockey moments I've ever been a part of in Game 6 last year, with the fans like blowing the roof off the place. I think the fans are knowledgeable in Edmonton, and I'm giving you all your flowers, and they're going to be there, and they know that they need to will this team, and they're going to be. It's interesting. You look in Toronto, there's always like nervous energy. The fans won't be nervous. They're going to really try to will the team and be excited to have them back at home, and I think they feed off it tonight. So that's really important. The fans are such a big part of any team, but Edmonton specifically, because they've seen all the shit and been through the dark times, and they understand and know that the boys need them. So they'll be there.
Last one, I guess. You're talking about your predictions. It's very hard to predict round 1 of the Stanley Cup playoffs. What other series has been most surprising to you?
Many.
Most surprising, I mean, categorically, is probably the Minnesota Wild. The Minnesota Wild and I think, the week before the playoffs, I kind of alluded to, I was like, I don't know what's going to happen in the Vegas series, but I think that the fact that they had so many man games lost and we didn't know what they had, and when they were all in the lineup, they were dominant at the start of the season. Kirill Kaprizov was, we had him in heart conversations to win that trophy. I said, I think we don't know how good this team can be, because we just see them as being hurt, and they're everything and then some. I mean, they've been playing unbelievable against Vegas. They've been pounding them. They've been hitting. They seem to have them really on their heels. And, they're getting the better goaltending in Gustafsson. And I think it's an interesting – I had them on upset alert. I didn't pick them because I'm an idiot. And I picked the Vegas Golden Knights because I still was like, this is kind of the gold standard. But I feel like the Central is so – and listen, Vegas might still win. And I still believe them to still win in 7 or something. Now I had them at, we all had them winning in 5, but I just think it credits how good the Central Division is this year versus the Pacific. The Central is absolutely a murderer's row. You see in the Winnipeg series with St. Louis too. And you look at Dallas and Colorado. I mean, I think none of us had Dallas being up 2-1 right now in this series. So, but yeah, that series in Minnesota, I mean, they got some unbelievable talent. And I kind of said, I think in the next 3 years, I said it on my podcast yesterday. I think in the next 3 years, if they make the right decisions, they can win it. They can win a cup. The Wild, just with what they have on the back end. Zeev Buium looks great to be thrown into that. They got a good goalie. They got some really good depth, and I mean their top line is just nasty right now. And
Playoff
beating the
Boldy.
shit out of Vegas. Yeah, Boldy's. I mean, how good is Matt Boldy? It's like crazy to even look at. We're like, this kid is turning into a superstar before our eyes. So yeah, that's my biggest one. The East, I mean, it's a mess. I had Ottawa, Tampa, and I took New Jersey before everybody comes for me. I took New Jersey as a flyer because I'm like, if I'm going to win this bracket, I need one team that's going to upset. And I feel like everybody's taking Carolina, so it's not going to mean anything. So I just need to take Jersey. And I mean, it's going to be a fucking sweep. So tough bounce for me.
Yeah, it's tough.
Oh,
the
God.
Minnesota comment on the goaltending, I think, is really interesting because Philip Gustafsson had an .899 last year, and the report always was that Bill Guerin offered him to the whole league for a third-round pick, and no one wanted him. And Minnie was kind of like, well,
That's
shit,
crazy.
I guess we're keeping him. And now, like, he has a case to be a Vezina finalist. He'll probably be at least top 5 in voting. And he's been, I mean, Kaprizov and Boldy are unreal, but he's a massive part of why they're up. Like, goaltending is voodoo.
I mean, do you give credit to Marc-Andre Fleury too for that? Keeping him calm?
Maybe a little, yeah.
I think more than
The
a little.
flower power, man.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, they're good. They're good. They're a good team, and I mean, Vegas, I think, are just like a little bit deer in headlights. Shea Theodore specifically, poor guy,
Yeah, he's had a tough
getting
one.
dog walked out there right now.
Yeah.
But,
Not great.
but yeah, how do you? I have a question for you. I have a question for you guys on the way out because I'm not wading into this one. What do you think of the deep pairings?
Educate me because I'm told this is
Well,
we have first pairing Klingberg. Is that the rumor?
Well, I mean, Klingberg was probably their best defenseman last game, which is a bit spooky. I would have
I am
gone.
fucking scared shitless.
So
Boys.
Knoblauch said not to read into him.
So
Which is
Klingberg
weird.
was a silver lining of last game. Now you cannot pair him with Bouchard. That to me is extremely scary.
That is hilarious that Mark Spector tweeted that. That is so funny. Translation not happening. I would look. I mean, I guess they were trying it out, but why would you put him in morning skate if not?
They
Okay.
probably just saw it and were like, "This is too much. We can't do this to everyone."
I mean, I think you got to put Kulak with Bush.
Yes.
Just tell Kulak do not go over the red line tonight. And then I think you put Wallman with Klingberg, and I think Ty Emerson is owed a little bit of a look. I think they need to pull some minutes down. I was listening to Missing Curfew, which, you know, I did like what he said, and I hate quoting guys, but I just do feel like it's too much ice to go to Bush. They need to kind of drop it a little bit, and there needs to be somebody to take that ice. And I think Emberson, I mean, you got to fucking sink or swim right now, but Klinger could be that guy that's going to get more ice depending on how healthy he is. So it's going to be interesting. They're going to have to get creative with it. But, yeah, I just think at this point, Kulak with Bush and let Nursey go run a second pairing, and you're going to have that home ice last change, so you'll be able to get some good looks. So I envision this being I'm sure Knoblauch or Koff's going to tell him this is going to change the whole night. I'm sure like every guy's going to play with each other once. Feels like that. It feels like that kind of night. It's going to be a by committee.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say, was that I think they're just going to use Klingberg and Bush in like super select O-zone starts, almost like they do Perry with McDavid and Draisaitl. Like, you will never trust that in the D-zone, but if it's the end of a period and you feel like you can get a quick goal, other team off an icing, then you throw that out there almost like a mini power play line, right?
Yeah, you make sure you win those draws though in the O-zone.
That's fair. Yeah, you'd have to win the draw. All right, JD, enjoy the rest of the hockey this weekend. Give me a % chance that when we talk to you next Friday, this series is still alive. It would be post game 6. So what are the chances this goes 7?
Oh shit! I'll get back to you. No comment. I mean, right now in my head, I'll say 70% that I'm talking to you next week, and we're still cooking. But if they lose tonight, it's going to
positive.
obviously 4.2%.
All right.
So
JD
I'll still
goes.
get McDavid and Dry. This season's on the line, boys.
70% chance of Game 7. That means JD believes there's a 30% chance the Oilers win in 6. That's the optimism we like, Jason. Thanks for popping on.
A little bit of positivity, boys.
There you go. Thanks,
Breathe,
JD. Have a good week.
Breathe. We'll
Breathe,
get there.
yep. Continue eating our rally bananas.
Yeah, get your potassium in you.
Yep. Yeah. All right. See ya.
All right, see you, boys. Thank you.
Yep. There you go. Jason Demers. Find him on the NHL Network. Find the Unscripted podcast wherever you get your podcast from. It's JD and Adnan Verk.
He's a funny guy.
We touched on it really, really quickly there, so let's maybe keep going with the lineup report that is brought to you by Douglas Mattress. I sleep like a baby on my Douglas, and you can too. Great value starting at only $599. Visit douglas.ca/nation to find out why more than 250,000 Canadians are sleeping on a Douglas and absolutely love it. A local company started right here in Edmonton and grown to one of the most popular brands in Canada. Free shipping across Canada as well. Lineup tonight for the Oil. You saw the D pairings. Again, not buying into it. Here's what they're doing for the forwards. McDavid, Hyman, Draisaitl. It's Supernova plus with all three of their best forwards on one line. Nuge is going to center Podkolzin and Arvidsson. That actually gets a big thumbs up from me. That line has played good for stretches together this season, especially when they were given kind of like an elevated workload during all the injuries. So I like that second line. It's the rest that I'm wincing about a little bit. Janmark, Frederick, and Perry. Ooh. Henrique, Brown, Kane.
What's wrong with like, I know Frederick has not been great. But what's wrong with that line? That's a heavy line.
Where do you want to play them? Because you can't play them in your own end. Because Frederick and Perry have looked lost there.
Ozone.
Yeah. Ozone. There's some offense there.
Neutral zone draws.
I almost would have flipped Henrique and Janmark.
Well, we need a big game from Adam Henrique.
Oh, yeah.
So, this is why I think these lines are going to be epic. That third line... That was the line that got Connor Brown his first goal as an Oiler.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Kane was on the ice?
Kane, Henrique, Brown. That was a trio. At that time, those three were doing pretty well together. They've obviously not had much opportunity this season, to play together. So I'm all in. That second line, I like that. I don't like that Podkolzin and Arvidsson were on the fourth line the other night. I think they are too good to be that low down the lineup. Perry... Hilarious that he was on the first line and now right down to the fourth line.
He's versatile.
He is versatile. I like that Hyman is back on that line, although...
We need playoff Hyman back.
Oh, yeah.
I would have preferred to see Draisaitl center in his own line, which would have been Podkolzin and Arvidsson, and then I would have had Nuge, Kane, and Brown. But either way, YOLO.
YOLO indeed, Liam.
I don't mind it. Like, once again, I'm drinking the Kool-Aid. So... Kane's now going to he's got a game now under his belt, so expect him to be more comfortable and play just slightly better than he did the game before and be a little bit more effective. I'm expecting a big game out of Henrique and playoff Brown. Let's see. Come back, baby. That fourth line is heavy. They can cause a lot of chaos. Sure, you got to insulate them, but let them go out and do their job. Podkolzin, I like his he uses his body. I like that. He just he gets snake bitten. He needs to just shoot the puck more as opposed to trying to force the play. But that line could bear some fruit. Nuge is waking up tonight. This is a game at home. Season on the line, and then we've got the nuclear line that can only do one thing: be nuclear.
Someone said to me the other day that Nuge never shows up in the playoffs.
He was great last
year.
And
I just thought that was the most false narrative ever. So he had 22 points last season in the playoffs. The year before, I'll give you that one. He only had one goal, but he still had 11 points. Year before, in 12 games, by the way. Year before that, 14 points, 16 games. The year before that...
Yeah, he's 61 points in 76
games. He had 8 points in 4 games once. I don't remember what... That was 2020.
So he's going to show up tonight.
Still... Pretty solid. He shows up. He just hasn't shown up yet for this.
Chicago.
All right. It's the same 18 skaters as last game for the Edmonton Oilers, but the one big change is obviously between the pipes. Let's go into the room and get some audio brought to you by Tourism Jasper. This summer, find your happy place in Jasper. From hiking trails, paddling wild waters, or sharing laughs by the fire, happiness finds you here in Jasper. It's open, vibrant, ready to welcome you back for more unforgettable moments. So drive over, play outside, soak up the fresh air, Your best summer memories aren't behind you. They're waiting for you this summer in Jasper. Plan your trip at jasper.ca/summer. Sorry, jasper.travel/summer. Here's Calvin Pickard talking about the task at hand as the Oilers' new starting goaltender.
How do you approach tonight?
Same way I've approached every game as an Oiler. Go out and do my job and give our team a chance to win. Obviously, first two games didn't go as planned, basically in all facets, but we know we got a better effort in this locker room, and we're definitely going to do that. For sure. I feel like we've seen the Kings a lot lately. I got to play them a couple times at the end of the regular season, kind of see their tendencies, and obviously their power play's clicking pretty well right now, so you kind of see those plays that they're looking for. But they're a really good team. They're clicking right now. Their top guys are filling in on the power play, but it's up to us to adjust and make it tougher on them.
And how do you?
All right, there you go. Calvin Pickard in the room for Tourism Jasper. Jay, you only got a couple minutes left with us here, so we got to get to our game day betting challenge brought to you by Bet365. Bet365, an official partner of the Stanley Cup playoffs. From game props, player props, totals, and money line, you can even bet on futures like series winners, conference champions, and, of course, the Stanley Cup champion Oilers, plus 2,000, by the way. Whatever your bet, it's never ordinary at Bet365. Download the app, get in on the game. An official partner of the Stanley Cup playoffs, must be 19 or older. Obviously, we are all coming off a loss. Or Liam, did you win?
No.
1-1. I'm 0-2. Jay's 0-2 after going money line twice in a row. What are we doing tonight in the bet?
Couldn't have played it any safer.
Nope. Down 0-2 like the Oilers, but we do not give up. Here's what I got for tonight. A little same gamer. Honestly, this isn't that simple because I need the puck line, but big guns carry us to victory. Connor 2, Leon 2, Oilers to win by 2 or more is plus 425 on Bet365. Jay or Liam? Liam.
Puck line.
Simple, man.
I like it. Tonight's a statement game. The Oilers are winning, and they're going to win handily. This is because if they don't, then we're screwed. So I'm expecting the Oilers to show up, and this is like similar to what St. Louis did to Winnipeg. Mm-hmm. Just kick the shit out of them at home and give us that energy because we will give it back to you tenfold. So kind of playing in all of your bets here. Connor 2+ points. I think that's I should have maybe sprinkled in some Leon and chased some more juice and puck line.
All right.
I can't believe
those
that
are the bets. For
Well up, go Oilers.
Bet365. There goes Jay.
You want a banana to go, or are you good?
2's my max.
All right, I'll have a fourth.
You've had 3 during this show?
I have.
That's not... Shout out to our friends at Bet365. You can't... That's too much.
Why? It's just a banana.
I know, but I worry about the
I'll
health.
take another one.
You want another one? We got a few left. Reese, how we doing?
I had 1.
You want one, Reese? Oh, yeah, there's always extra.
I had 1, and I probably won't eat a banana again until probably next game day, I guess. But
Might save that one for... I'll save this one for O&R. Give us a little bit of material on that show. It's a real banana up there now.
I like it.
That really threw me off how Jay was eating that.
Yeah, his logic behind it did make sense
Yeah, I
after
get
he
it.
explained
Yeah,
it. Having a child. Bon appetit, boys.
Oh, I forgot one. Our friend Jason Demers, he was also brought to you by Garage Superstore. Garage upgrades and accessories made easy. They have everything you need to organize, transform, and maximize your space. And their showroom has 6 full-size garages, so you can walk through some real setups. And it's not just basic garage stuff. They got storage solutions, cabinets, vehicle hoists, storage racks, and Traeger grills, outdoor living. Everything you need to enjoy your summer. Garage Superstore, 3407 Calgary Trail Northwest, South Edmonton, or find them online, garagesuperstore.ca. Cameron says, leave that banana there for the rest of the playoff run. Sure. I have no problem with doing that. It'll stay there.
No, I'll be taking that later. You don't waste a banana, buddy.
From, I guess, we'll call it 28 hours ago. So when you woke up yesterday to now, what's your confidence moved like?
Hasn't budged. I still feel like the Oilers can win this series. I don't think anyone's confidence should have shifted that much.
Just because they haven't lost at home yet?
Played at Rogers Place yet. We saw how much of an advantage it can be for them last season. And it comes down to everyone who's going tonight. You have to show up. And I know, again, yesterday I said you have no impact on this team. Mm-hmm. But you have a big impact on this team if you're in the building and you can make some noise. That's how the fans can obviously contribute, is like making Rogers Place have a great atmosphere, which I know everyone is going to go there and do tonight, even if you're on the outside, if you're at Greta, wherever you may be. People are going to be loud, and people are going to be very excited for them to be back. And we kind of talked about it before, didn't we? Of just like, hasn't felt like the playoffs have really begun yet. And I think it's because they haven't played here. I'm expecting a big one tonight. Friday night, Edmonton, playoff hockey. You can't really ask for much more in
this is
April,
what we
on
live
April
for.
25th.
Sun shining, beautiful day.
Okay, you St. George's beers in you?
Get some red beers in you. Yeah. Red dye number 5. That'll get you fired up.
I'd be curious. Let us know in the chat.
Yeah.
How has your confidence changed so much? Like, is it gone? Are you neutral? I'm very much even keel. I've not freaked out yet. If they lose tonight, I'll be.
Once the puck drops, I'm already a little nervous, but like nervous because how could you not be? The thing is, like, you're right. No one's confidence should change, but I think there should be, and it's justified to have a little bit more fear in the sense of there's no more margin for error.
Yeah.
Like, you play bad tonight, your season's done.
This is must win.
Yeah, you play bad on Sunday, your season's done, more or less, right? Like, you need to win both these if you're going to win the series. And I know I said one game at a time. The team can't be sitting there going, let's worry about game 4. Oh my God, we have to win 2 straight games. You got to take it one game at a time. But if you do that, you still have a great opportunity to win this series. So again, yeah, Friday night, let's go.
Are you going tonight?
Yeah, I'll be there.
Nice. What are you going to do for the goalie stuff?
Camper.
There it is. People, because there's always the uncertainty of, like, do you go Darcy? Do you go Kemper?
His last name's so easy.
Both of them kind of work.
So, like, last year, round 1 was easy. Talbot. Round 2.
Until Riddich came in.
Riddich. That was okay.
No,
Shelovs was fine. The Ottinger one, I think we struggled with.
Otter.
Yeah, because it almost feels like you're
behind him.
Yeah.
Supporting him.
Yeah, it's a weird one.
Sir, we had to go Sergey in the cup final, though.
Yeah. That worked in the one game, 2 games.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I believe
too.
in a thing called love, and I believe in the Edmonton Oilers. So I am ready.
And for everyone bringing their girlfriends to the game tonight, we believe in both.
Yeah. So buckle up, because it's going to get crazy down there. Have a couple of brews. If you don't, that's fine too. Just bring that energy right from puck drop. Like, as soon as those guys, like, if they do Enter Sandman again, like,
I hope it's.
Get
I
on
want
your
Nickelback.
feet.
Oh,
give me Nickelback.
Bo sent me a snap last night of the intro mix. The Oilers DJ. He sent me a snap and he goes, "Oh, I got some stuff cooked up."
Let's go.
Get on your feet and make the LA Kings feel it in their boots. What I don't want to see tonight is Kuzmenko smiling during the anthem.
I want to see him crying.
I want to see him bawling, scared, shaking in his little boots. Let's bring him back to Vancouver. The second year Kuzmenko. Remember, he also didn't want to be here. People
Correct.
were saying, like, who should we boo tonight? That's who you should boo. Kuzmenko. The man who didn't enjoy the restaurants in this city.
Joey Belltower. How dare you?
It's because the Oilers didn't take him to Greta. Mikhail and Dry asked in the chat, are we going to be at Greta on Sunday? Buddy, we're there every game day. Aaron's there tonight. Pre and post game, our party spot at Greta. Delicious food specials, half price wings for game nights as well. And of course, we're there, the whole crew. The atmosphere is going to be fantastic. I heard Captain Felton's going to be making an appearance tonight as well.
He's going to be on pre-gaming.
Let's go. There's your specials. There's how you can reserve your spot. It is a game day at Greta, and we are fired up.
Now,
Liam,
hold on. Let me say. So if you call them, they're going to say that they're booked and everything because everything's booked up. Plenty of standing room. I stand the entire time. Lance Kane's coming. Bo's coming. Hang out with people in the chat. We will all be there no matter what.
Yeah, you can just stand and get your beers from the bar. Very, very easy.
I enjoy that vibe more.
Yeah, cruise around, watch some of the different TVs. Okay, we have a lot to still take care of on the show, and we only got 15 minutes left. So everybody, chat, Liam, Aaron, let's lock in. Right, you got to get dialed in. Let's start by stepping away from Edmonton for a second. The menu is brought to you by the Ninja Crispy 4-in-1 Portable Glass Air Fryer.
Meet the Ninja Crispy Portable Cooking System. The power of a full-sized air fryer in the palm of your hand.
It's an all-in-one system that includes 4-quart, 6-cup Tupperware glass containers and 2 storage lids. The Ninja Crispy is thermal shock resistant and can go from frozen to crispy in minutes. With the Crispy Power Pod, you get the power of a full-sized air fryer in the palm of your hands. You can cook a personal-sized meal in 7 minutes in the 6-cup container, and it can do a lot. Max crisp, bake, air fry, re-crisp, do it all with the Ninja Crispy. Prep, cook, store anything from crispy favorites to one-dish meals. Visit their website, the link in our description, and stay tuned for a chance to win a free Ninja Crispy for one of our viewers. Tonight, outside of Edmonton, LA, what's on your menu? Carolina, Jersey. Canes looking to go up 3-0 in that series, as are the Washington Capitals, who lead 2-0. I'll be honest, that player intro, puck drop, everything, that game in Montreal tonight is appointment viewing. That is going to be awesome. You want to talk about Edmonton being rocking? Montreal, Bell Center, Cathedral of Hockey. That's going to be a great vibe.
Yeah, that'll be a big one. Those fans have been waiting a little bit here because even like 2017, they weren't even in the building properly, right?
And then COVID, they made the.
That's what I mean. Yeah.
Yeah.
Was that not 2017? COVID is what I meant. But yeah, that'll be great to watch.
There you go. That's what's going on tonight. That's the menu. Jay's also taking on the Yankees, but I'm probably going to be watching. I'm probably going to be watching the playoff hockey.
Is that why he had
over
to
that.
leave early?
He's on the mound tonight. Me, it's like that old.
I did see the pitch stealing the other day.
Yeah,
from
Barrios.
Kyle Raleigh, whatever.
Barrios is starting tonight again. He's having a decent year, actually. Yeah, it was a week ago.
Celtics, Pacers.
Oh yeah.
Lakers, parlay them together. Thank me later.
Celtics, Pacers, Lakers. Okay. Pacers are dogs.
I believe their Bucks are at home.
Yeah.
Pacers are so much better than them.
Bucks are probably due to win one.
No.
Okay.
Oh.
Nope.
Yeah, folks.
What's trending for our friends at RV Easy? Your motorhome or trailer isn't just for getaways. It's a moneymaker on wheels. Most RVs sit parked in the driveway, but with RV Easy, you can rent out your motorhome or travel trailer and earn $20,000 this year. Earn over. Oh my. Founded, owned, operated by Canadians, it takes care of everything, including full insurance coverage provided for every rental. Best of all, you choose when to rent, you set your own pricing. List your RV for free today at RVEasy.com. That's RVEasy.com. Rent your RV, make money easy. What's trending? NFL draft last night. First overall pick, Cam Ward goes to the Tennessee Titans, quarterback.
Wait a minute.
Remember Cam Ward, the goalie? He posted a really funny video the other day, or last night.
Voting for the first pick in the with the first pick in the 2025 NFL Draft, the Tennessee Titans select Cameron Ward, quarterback, Miami.
I just get picked? I just get picked?
Good short park boy. Cam Ward. Also, the biggest villain.
Yeah, also screw you.
Yeah. Cam Ward first overall. That's not that surprising. Travis Hunter goes second overall. That was kind of crazy. Didn't see that one coming.
Yeah, the trade up too. Yeah. Also in the chat, Veronica said, how come the minute I say something, I get in trouble? Everyone's asking me weird stuff. Fine, I'll start putting people who are asking you weird stuff in timeout too. I don't know. As soon as weird, creepy shit starts happening in the chat, people get put in timeouts. So some of you are just weirdos. That's all I'll say about that.
Also NFL draft. Did you see the Patriots' new offensive lineman say he would die for Drake May?
Rex from Toy Story, it was actually.
He was crying out on the stage.
Seems soft.
That's my guy.
Gabriel Landeskog made his return to the Colorado Avalanche lineup the other day, and the NHL had him mic'd up, and I thought this was really cool. Let's give it a listen.
Okay. Waiting for this, boys. A long time. Coming up a bit. I like this. What's up, old man?
Welcome back, big fella.
Thank you. Good to be back. Yeah, here we go.
Mikko Rantanen calling him a fat fuck is so funny. That was cool.
Yeah, it was cool to see, just to see him get back and play. How many minutes did he end up playing? 13, 16.
Not insignificant.
Solid, to be honest. More than Josh Brown the other night.
I believe I read today he's practicing on the top power play.
Ooh, really?
Yeah, they're ramping him up.
It just shows the kind of the player he is.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it is cool to see someone overcome all of that. And even the other day, Matt Duchene, who plays for Dallas, being like smiling, being like, it's unreal to see him back on the ice. So, shows what he means to everybody. NFL draft, no Shedeur Sanders taken. That was a little bit wild.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy.
Did you see the setup he had in his house?
Yeah, I'm actually kind of happy he didn't get drafted because that's funny.
Does he go back in it for round 2?
I didn't see it.
You kind of have to.
Dude, he had like a glass booth with his branding all over it. He had this big tower with all the hats of teams he like hoped would pick him, and none of them picked him.
So he's obviously going to go pretty early.
I think, yeah.
Cleveland have two picks in the top 4 of the second round. Who's the Raiders quarterback?
Geno Smith.
They could take him. They have the fist.
These were all the hats he had. Like,
Yeah.
Oh my god.
his whole house had like the S, like it's like the dollar sign squared, like his logo.
It was. Oh, he had
Ugh.
every hat in there. We had 16 of them, I guess. Okay. Maybe there's
No
some
lines.
behind.
There might be another one in there.
Yeah, whatever. I thought it was embarrassing. All right, back to the hockey. Let's give our keys to victory for tonight. They're brought to you by Sherwood Power Sports and Marine, because it is a Sherwood Ford Giant game day after all. Sherwood Power Sports and Marine, motorcycle season just around the corner. Lake season just around the corner. Get your boat, get your bike, get it all tuned up at Sherwood Power Sports and Marine. They even offer door-to-door service, very similar to the Nation Ballet. They will come pick up your toy, bring it in, service it. They got the service bay in the back. They get it all done nice and quick. Then boom, you're ready to go. Shout out to Sherwood Power Sports and Marine. My key to victory tonight, Liam, get the lead. Get the lead. Yeah. You need to see what this LA Kings team's is like playing from behind. You do not want to be chasing this hockey game, even though you're on home ice. So for me, got to come out early, got to get this crowd into it, take a lead early, and then watch LA scramble around. I don't think the Kings are a team that has a big comeback in them. So if you take it to them early, you got this hockey game.
Yeah, I like that one. I'm going to go with special teams. You have to get a power play goal tonight. You have to get that one going. And then for the penalty kill, my goodness, just show any kind of penalty killing effort, to be honest. Like, clear a couple of pucks, that would be a win. So, yeah, special teams for me. Special teams battle, as Tyler Mulick says.
Hell yeah. Special teams going to be massive. And our pal Cal, bring that big pick energy, playa.
Yep. Get digging, buddy.
I'm excited for tonight. I think
Cody
the building's going to be rocking.
Go full throttle. I would agree.
It's a good
Cato,
motorcycle
stay
line.
out of the box. High and dry defense.
My key to victory is no back-breaking mistakes in your own end.
Fair.
Do not gift wrap goals. It's such a momentum killer. It's so tough. Just live to see another day. I like where Demers said, if you're Brett Kulak with Bush, never pass the red line. It's good advice.
And never give up.
Aaron is live pre-gaming tonight, 7 o'clock right here on the Oilers Nation YouTube. Gregor's live at 2, and we have an episode of Oilers Nation Radio that's going to drop later on today. We're going to record that in like 15 minutes time. So plenty of content for you on a game day. That is going to be a wrap. Just a reminder that all of our playoff coverage here at Oilers Nation is brought to you by Boston Pizza. Boston Pizza. This year, we bring it home. Let's manifest it. I like that. That's the messaging here BP's has given us. In the past, we've been worried about jinxes, all that. We're not worried about it. Think about the parade. Think about how good a victory tonight would feel. Think about what it'd be like if the Oilers come back and win this series. Manifest it.
Manifest it.
Let's go. You're a fan. You have a chance to impact it. Shout out to our friends
They
at Boston
score first
Pizza.
tonight. We're all back in. We're all the way back in.
Yep. Connor McDavid down the wing, cuts to the middle, fires one under the blocker, Darcy Kemper. Building goes absolutely nuts. McDavid's fired up. Giddy up. And then you get a Nuge goal late in the period. It's 2-0. Kings are sitting there going into the room being like, damn, this building is loud right now. This is just like the last few years. And then second period, power play with like 6 minutes to go when you're already up 2-0. Evan Bouchard, one-timer. 3-0. Kings get one late. You go, send there, okay, big third period on deck. Just got to trap it up. Nothing happens the whole third period. You win the game 3-1. Pickard's fired up. Roll into Sunday. Tie the series. Let's go.
I'm in.
All right. Good plan. Ready? Break. Everybody in the chat, thank you. That was a fun week of the show. Started with a 7-hour mega stream. Wrapped it up with our boy Jason Demers. Oh, yeah. And hopefully we end the week now with a victory. Again, Aaron's live tonight at 7. See you all down at Greta postgame for a nice crispy victory brew. Why not? Why not? Enjoy the weekend. Enjoy the 2 games. We'll be back on Monday when this bad boy's tied up. Oil up!